You don't remember being born. You just remember the heat, the press of bodies, the way your mother licked you into existence, eyes already darting for danger, even as your lungs screamed for air. You were one of three. Only one of you made it past the first week. That was normal. You were born beneath the brush, in a temporary den that barely counted as shelter. Your mother hadn't eaten in days. There was no celebration, no pride waiting to greet you. Just silence, and heat, and survival. You learn early the world is not soft. It bites, it claws, it starves. And it doesn't care that you were born female, because you're a lioness. And this is where your suffering begins. You're barely weaned when the first danger arrives, not from outside, but from within your own species. A new coalition of males enters the territory. They're not here to lead. They're here to erase. Your pride's cubs aren't theirs, so they kill them. Not fast, not clean. They slam them against rocks, crush them under paws, tear them apart. You watch it happen. Your mother fights. She loses. The males don't kill her. They need her to breed. But she limps for weeks after the encounter. You survive because you weren't the youngest. But the sound of that cub screaming doesn't leave your ears for years. As you grow, you start to understand your role. You are not the king. You never will be. Forget what the documentaries say. This is not a matriarchy. You do the hunting. You guard the territory. You raise the cubs. And when a fight breaks out, you're the one who gets the scars. But when the cameras show up, the male gets the roar, the credit, the crown. You get the flies, and the blood in your mouth. At 2 years old, your first hunt ends in failure. A zebra kicks you in the jaw. You don't eat for 3 days. The pride lets you starve, not out of cruelty, just necessity. Resources are limited. Your pain is not their problem. Eventually you learn how to take down prey without getting hit. Not because anyone teaches you. No one teaches you anything. You learn because not learning means dying. That's the curriculum here. The first time you go into heat, you're not ready. Your body wants something your brain doesn't understand. The males can smell it. They circle. They fight. The winner mounts you without ceremony. There is no affection, no bonding, just instinct. He bites your neck to hold you still. You bleed after. That too is normal. You carry for nearly 4 months. Each day, your body grows heavier while your pride grows more unstable. Another group of males is nearby. You smell their scent on the wind. You move carefully, rarely resting, always scanning the grass. You give birth in isolation. 2 cubs. Tiny, fragile things. You hide them. You clean them. You don't sleep. But you make one mistake. You move too soon. A hyena finds the den before sunrise. You hear your cub cry once, sharp and short. By the time you arrive, there's only blood. You don't chase the hyena. You don't scream. You just stand there, staring at the empty space where your future used to be. Then you walk away. You come back to the pride thinner, quieter. No one asks what happened. No one offers sympathy. You killed for them the next night like nothing had changed, because nothing had. Loss is part of the job. Years pass. You bear more cubs. Some survive. Most don't. You learn to stop naming them in your mind. You don't mourn out loud. You just start hunting again. There's no time for grief when your ribs are showing. Your claws crack before your teeth do. That's how you know you're aging. The new lionesses run faster, eat faster, recover faster. But you still fight harder. You always have, because you know what it's like to be kicked out of a kill. You know what it's like to miss a week of meals because you were too injured to chase. You felt your own body betray you, first in heat, then in hunger, now in time. The worst part? You were the one holding it all together. Every hunt, every defense, every lesson passed through action, not words. You fought jackals, hyenas, crocodiles, even buffalo, not because you wanted to, but because if you didn't, the cubs would die. And now you're limping. Now you're replaceable. Now you're a liability. One night, after a failed hunt, you lag behind. Just a few minutes. When you catch up, the kill is half gone. You approach, slow and careful. The younger lioness growls at you, low, warning. You freeze. Then she bites your leg. Not hard enough to cripple. Just enough to tell you, you're not needed anymore. You don't fight back. You can't. So you hang around the edges of the pride, picking at scraps, chasing birds, waiting for someone to need you again. They don't. The cubs play without you. The hunts go on without you. And when the males roar, they roar for the future, not the past. You've become background. And one day you realize something. You're not a lioness anymore. You're just a mouth they don't want to feed. That night, you leave. No fanfare, no send-off. You walk into the darkness alone. Days pass, you hunt what you can, sleep in open grass. The hyenas find you on the third night. You try to fight. But you're outnumbered, outpaced, out of time. They tear at your legs first, the ones that used to chase wildebeests. Then your flanks, the ones that once carried life. You don't cry out. You just remember the cub you lost in the brush, the teeth, the silence. And then everything goes dark. No one in the pride remembers you. There is no name for you in the stories, no trace in the wind. You are just another lioness, one of thousands, whose body became the grass, whose memory became the silence between roars. And that's why it sucks to be born as a lioness. Because you carry the weight of the pride on your back, but you die alone. Because you do the killing, the raising, the bleeding. And still, they remember the king. Because your entire life is war. And no one builds a statue for the soldier who didn't come home. Next time you see a lion on screen, look closer, not at the mane, not at the roar. Look for the lioness in the background, the one with the broken tooth, the one who's limping, the one still standing. She's the reason there's still a pride to film, and no one ever tells her story, until now.